Today is Wednesday, which means it's Weaknessday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch the video on here. Or just keep watching this video, it will make sense eventually. But today, I'm also announcing the 4 winners of my 700 subscriber giveaway. In fact, I have a piece of paper with the names of them in my pocket right now. But I'll wait until the end of this video to tell you who they are. Of course, you can skip towards the end and find out right now. But make sure you come back and watch the rest of this video because it's gonna be really good. Or I hope it's gonna be really good. Weaknessday is all about deep stuff. And I feel like today I have something I want to talk about, but it might be difficult to explain or express. Which I think is probably a good sign because it means it's something that is meaningful. But also, at the moment, I have no idea where to begin. In addition to the piece of paper with the names of the winners, I'm also carrying this beautiful book that I bought for Emily. But really, for me. I mean, it is for her. It's one of her Christmas presents. But look at this beautiful book. The inside, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I saw this book when I went to Melbourne with Emily. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to the video over there. It's a very nice vlog if you haven't watched it yet. But because I was flying with only carry-on, and look at the size of this book. Look at the size of this amazing book. I love it. I just thought it'd be wise to buy it later, delivered directly to me, instead of having to carry that book for the rest of my day in Melbourne. Alright, I finally got to the car. Today I parked somewhat far. Not that bad though. For Weaknessday today, I'm gonna tell a story that's not very recent, but hopefully it's helpful to someone. But also, it will be really helpful for the moment when I tell the winners of the giveaway. And you'll understand why in a moment. Towards the end of high school, I was going through a really tough, weird time in my life. I don't want to get too much into details of why and what's the reason for it, but I think maybe I was a bit depressed. The other day I was walking and thinking, I don't think I've ever been depressed in my life. But now that I think about this specific moment, maybe. Because I was always very friendly and had lots of friends. But for that specific year, I kind of stepped back and didn't want to hang out with anyone anymore. Our friends from church used to come to our house to hang out often. And I remember at that time, I would just go to my room or to my computer room. I had 2 rooms. The reason why I had 2 rooms is because when we moved into that specific apartment, it had 3 bedrooms and a study kind of thing. My sister got the big room. I mean, my mom got the bigger room, and then my sister had the second choice and got the second bigger room. And then my bedroom was quite small, but as a perk, I also got the study, and my computer used to live there. But anyway, at that time, I would just go into my computer room. Here's a photo of me at that time. Here's another photo of me at that time. Such a nerd, I know. That hasn't changed much. But I would just go into the room and stay there by myself. And it was getting a bit unmanageable. And by unmanageable, I mean I was not causing anyone trouble except myself. It was really tough. And for months, I thought I should talk to someone about this. I really should tell someone about this. But I don't know who to tell. I don't know who to talk to. Even when you think, I don't know who to talk to, you always know who to talk to. You always have some ideas of people you could, but then you get afraid because you don't know, oh, if I tell them this, they might not be my friends anymore, or they might think of me differently. And it was just hard to make that step, to make that decision of opening up with someone. But then there was a day that didn't just happen, you know, it was a process. But our school had a psychologist on staff, and she was really cool. And she was also one of the teachers. I think we had psychology. I don't remember. It was a private school, so it's possible that we had psychology as one of the subjects. But one day I decided to be brave and talk to her, and I did, and it was terrifying. And all I could think as I was opening up was, oh my gosh, what the heck am I doing right now? And her reaction was incredible. She acted normal, was not surprised, didn't change the way she looked at me or talked to me after that. It was an incredible and probably one of the best decisions I made at that time, and I do not regret it at all. And of course, because she was a psychologist, she was a good psychologist. Not all psychologists are helpful. It depends, you know, it's like a trust, it's a lot of trust, and if you can't connect to the person, then you need to find someone else. But she was really helpful. And for the following months, we just kept talking, I think every week or every 2 weeks or something. And of course, that alone didn't solve everything. But if I hadn't talked to her, I don't know what I would have done. I honestly don't know. About 2 years ago, I had some internal conflicts, and that's something I can talk about in a next Weaknessday. But I was seeing a counselor, and it was really helpful. Here are 2 things that we can learn from this. One from the story, one from my psychologist from high school. First one is, sometimes you can't do things on your own. You might need help from someone. And that's okay. Just make sure you pick the right person. Just don't go to any random person and ask for help. Your parents are generally good people to help, although I know it's difficult to talk about certain things with parents. But if your school has a psychologist, that's a great person to talk to as well. Probably. And the second thing that we can learn is something that my school psychologist taught me. And I still remember to this day because it's a very important lesson, is that making decisions is really hard, because when you choose one thing over another, you are choosing... What is it? When you choose one thing over another, you are choosing not that thing. You're choosing to ignore the other thing. And sometimes you want both. Sometimes you want more than two. And that's why it's so hard. And that's a perfect segue for me to announce the winners of the giveaway. I wish I could choose all of you. You see where I'm going there? But that's just not possible. So I had to choose 4, but I made it easy for me so I don't have to choose by myself, because it's a really hard decision to make, and I asked other people to choose from comments that I previously selected. As I explained in yesterday's video, the process is always there, and also the rules of the giveaway are very well defined in the video where I announced the giveaway. In the description, the rules are very clear there. It was very clear that the way I would choose the comments was somewhat arbitrary, because it's by a subjective measure. So yes, it is a bit unfair, and I'm sorry if you didn't win. But wait until the end, because I'm gonna remind you of an announcement I made when I announced the giveaway. But without further ado, the 2 people who are getting a mug, and that's in no particular order, are Rebecca Huber and Silva Show Robbie. And the 2 people who are getting a set of stickers with the designs from the mugs, from the 2 mugs, are Max Piz and Spencer Morales. If you are one of these people, make sure you send me an email, either at giveaway@nerdfeliz.com or at cadu@nerdfeliz.com or at carlos@dyonisio.com. Those are all email addresses that go to the same inbox. So just contact me through any of those emails, and then we're gonna organize how I'm gonna send this to you. If you don't contact me by the 1st of January, or if you just don't want the gift for any reason, maybe because you want to be generous to someone else, or maybe because you can't give me your address, which I completely understand, let me know and I'll choose the next person. And yes, as I said, choices are difficult because you need to choose one over the other, and it's really difficult. But thank you so much to all of you. I wish I could give something to every single one of you, but I can't because it's expensive. I have a family too, and you understand, okay? I'm sure you do. But here's the thing I promised when I announced the giveaway. I said that when I reach 1 million subscribers, the first 1,000 subscribers to this channel will get something. All of them, unless they don't contact me and say, hey, I'm one of the 1,000 subscribers. But all the ones who want will get something. I'm gonna go even further and say that maybe, depending on the situation, when I reach 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do that instead of 1 million, because I don't know how long that's gonna take. It might take too long, maybe. Hopefully not, but I just want to make sure that you guys who've been here from the beginning will get something so cool and exclusive that no one else will ever get in their lifetime. So even if you didn't get anything right now, one day you will 100% get something. Do you like my background? Do you like my wallpaper? Isn't it beautiful? The little prince and the fox. Wait a second. The little prince? Amelie loves this. She loves to put it in her mouth, and then I'm like, no, this is not your toy, it's my toy. Give it back to me. I'm very possessive of my toys. If you never read the book called The Little Prince, hold on. This is it in English or in French. It's a very old edition. Jazz, Dan's wife, gave it to me, and I'm eternally thankful. But this book is really good. I recommend 100% to anyone. The movie that came out last year is really good too. Recently, is really good too. But there's nothing like this book. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you for your support. If I were ever to use the term I'd never use that. Wow. If I were ever to use the term squad goals, it will be for you. Squad goals. See you tomorrow. Voici mon écran. Il est très simple. On ne voit bien qu'avec les cours. L'essentiel est invisible pour les yeux. C'est le temps que tu as perdu pour la rose, pour ta rose, qui fait de ta rose si importante. C'est le temps que j'ai perdu pour ma rose, fit le petit prince.